every stream where I figure out if my internet is crappy or if it's good today. So, and now begins the great. And then when you have a preview rolling, it doesn't really help. Okay, well, it looks like the stream's up and running. Sweet. Let us get started. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Okay. So we have a few things in terms of like business that needs to happen. But we'll get to those in a minute. First, we gotta listen to our track so we can kind of jog our memory. Where were we? What did we do last time? What do we need to do? How does it sound right now? Whatever. Yada, 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 yada. So let's play this back, and then we'll figure out what to do from there on. So here we go. And that's it, folks. Thank you for joining us. That's all we're going to do today. Just listen back to that. Nothing else. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff we could actually do. But, as I said, before we get into that, there's a little bit of, I don't want to say housekeeping. Just some things I want to let you guys know. First of all, Unfiltered Audio released a plugin called Indent. And you can see it here. Yeah. It's basically just a distortion plugin, but it is free. So grab it while it's free. The URL is here. I'll drop this in the chat so you guys can see. Also, by the way, Farmer Chicken, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you here. So that's in the chat. I'll drop this in here. The description as well, so you guys can have this. And indent free until August 15th. There we go. Just because it's like, long story short, these guys at Plugin Alliance, it's just a distortion plugin. I can show you guys. We'll mess around with it. Drop it on, we'll drop it on this main synth that we have. But it's basically the stuff at Plugin Alliance is some of the highest quality plugins I have found. They're very nice plugins. Almost like every single plugin on that site. So, the fact that there's a $50 one, which is probably almost the cheapest plugin that they'd sell. It's free until, what did I say? August 15th or something. So let us drop it on and just check it out. So we have, where is it? Indent. Come on. Here we go. So this is what it sounds like with it off. Now, why is it not playing anything? This is a little weird. Awkward. Oh, it's the automation. just another distortion plugin, but it's fun to play with. So I just suggest you guys grab that because it's free for a limited time, as opposed to just something that's like always free, where I just say, you know, I wouldn't put it out there so quickly. But yeah, just a suggestion there. So there's that. What else is happening? I have a whole bunch of things I need to do for the channel, like a crap ton of review videos. I need to do Lethal. I need to do potentially Serum and Silent and Massive. I don't know if I'm going to do those quite yet. I might just wait a little bit longer for those. I need to do a review video for the monitors that I got to check out. And then I think there's like another thing. But if someone would... Oh, wait, no. No, that should be it. Yeah, but if there's anything else I'm missing that I've mentioned before, jog my memory. So yeah, and that was partially just to wait for some people to file into the stream here. So now we got a couple people in. Can I distort an 808? Yeah, I could try that. Just give it a shot. We could take a listen to what it sounds like on an 808. Why did I get a software instrument? I need like an audio track. All the way down at the bottom. Anyway, let's just go to, I have an 808. I have a whole bunch of 808 samples. No, don't crash on me. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to mention. You guys might be able to notice by the pinwheel that comes up, I have updated versions of Mac, which takes me ages to do because I'm running a Hackintosh. Okay, so we're going to go to, which pack is it in? Producer spot, here we go. 808 kick, there we go. Let's find something here. There we go. Get an 808 kick in here. Get an 808 kick in here. Take a listen to this. I'll just copy it. 4 on the floor. Even though that's probably how you would, not necessarily how you use an 808. We'll do that for now. Just kind of mess with indent. Have some fun with that. Because we got a lot of stuff to potentially... Oh, yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say. This is going to be a normal stream in the sense that we're working in track from scratch, obviously, because that's, you know, you kind of see that. But the other thing is, yes, we do have time for track critiques at the end, so get all those prepped up and ready if you want track critique. So that, you know, when we get to the end, you can do that. So, obviously, we are clipping through the roof, so I'm going to turn this down so we're not clipping... I don't know, 8, is that? No, not quite. We need a 12. There we go. Now we're not clipping. And then what we'll do is we'll run this through. Plugin Alliance. I have too many plugins now. Okay. And then we'll set this to, I don't know, wavefold. Yeah, it's got some pretty nice sounds on that 808 there. I think the soft clip and the wavefold are sounding the best. What's the overfold? Yeah, wavefold probably. The soft clip sounds nice on this actually. Oh, okay, cool. So you got the Farmer Chicken. You have the track from last week. I don't remember it. I'll be honest and say that because it's like I listened to a whole bunch of stuff, so I don't remember which one it was. But at the same time, don't worry, my memory will get jogged, and I do remember that it was a good track. So, okay. Ugh, great. They still haven't fixed that marker problem. It randomly creates markers. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is, yes, we have stuff on our list that was before that, but I actually want to add this filter to the drop synth during the build, because this is going to sound pretty cool. So let's see if we could. Okay, we're going to add an EQ to this. I'm going to get a filter like this. And just do something kind of like that. Although we're going to have to change the frequency that it starts and stops at. So it's like a little bit more, I don't know. Nice. Because like the frequent, it's, if you notice up here, there's like nothing up there. So we're going to need to like, when we run it, we're going to need to run it like pretty fast through that section and then have it play around in this area most, and in this section you're not going to hear much of a difference either. So we're mostly going to have the automation around here. There's a way to do this, and I'll show you guys. We're going to go to channel EQ, low cut frequency. We're going to bring that all the way down, and we'll create our 2 endpoints. Actually, I did 3 just because I like to keep things at the default value. Like, let's say I want this to be sitting at the bottom for most of the track. That's where I kind of start the automation. And instead of having it like actually like be all the way up here for the entire beginning of the track, I like to just keep it down at the bottom until I need to get to this area. So you'll notice it doesn't really work there. One of the things we could do is we could pull this back. And the farther we pull it back, you'll notice the lower it kind of starts at. So if we pull it all the way back here, it starts right here. Which is pretty good. But one of the things I want to try instead, just because it's a little more fun, is we're going to use the automation curve tool. If I could switch to the automation curve tool. And what we're going to do is this, because then it moves down really fast at first and then sticks around this area for most of this and then cuts down really fast again. So we're going to do this. And then what we could do is kind of something like this. And I think what we'll do is we'll have it so when it hits that last note, it's the cutoff is all the way back down, because then it's like we're not filtering anything. Yeah. Hi, Lauren. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you in here. Okay. I think that sounds cool. So now the thing is, obviously, with sections like this, it's really easy to just work in that section and, think, oh, okay, that sounds good. I'll keep that. But since this is a transitional thing, we need to make sure that we're focusing on what's around it as well. And then Farmer Chicken suggests maybe I should do a high cut instead of a high pass, which is basically just using the filter at the end. I don't know, because I think the thing is like, I'll disable the, not that, but this I'll disable for now. We'll try this again. I don't know. Let's try this again. Yeah, so the one thing that I don't like about using the high cut is you have just the bass, which doesn't really have any distinction until you get up to around this area. And then you start to hear like this cool sound. But the problem is, since you're filtering it open when you're using the high cut, you gradually start hearing the high end. And then when you get to the end, it doesn't sound like there's enough high end. Because since the high end is kind of eased in, it kind of changes the way you perceive the balance of the high end. So it doesn't sound as bright as it should if you actually pull it in that way, which is the one main reason I'm not liking that sort of sound. It sounds neat. It does sound cool, but at the same time, it's like it makes the high end sound kind of dull when you do it that way, just because of the way that, you know, you're filtering it. It kind of makes sense in that regard. So I think I'll keep it this way. I think that's sounding pretty cool. So we'll keep that. And okay, so what other things do we have to do? We have okay, so maybe we could do some sort of downlifter. We could try that. So, or some sort of impact, like white noise impact. I think I have a few of those that would actually work really well. It would be in... Which pack is it in? I think it's in the anniversary one here. Fills, risers, sweeps, high impacts. Is it this? Kind of like that. Huh? No, not quite. Whoops, wrong tab. White noise, impacts. That's where I just was, right? Yeah. Downlifter? Let's try this one. This one kind of sounds neat. Okay, so we're going to have to decrease the volume level on this. Negative 12 again. Try that. Oh my gosh. Why does it do that? Okay, so let me give myself some workspace here. Turn that down, see how that sounds. Wow, that needs to be really quiet. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to rethink our gain up here. So we have a little bit more wiggle room. Negative, what, 30? Okay, and I think what we'll do is we'll add a an instance of whoa. Come on. What am I thinking? Volume shaver on top of this, just to kind of sidechain it a little bit. And we're not gonna have like that pulsing sort of sidechain sound. We're just gonna have a little bit of a something to kind of get it out of the way of the kick. So basically, we're not doing this. We're going to use one of these ones. There we go. So just kind of push this back so it's a very small bump in there, and then turn down the mix as well so that it doesn't sound like it's pulsing in and out. Once again, just to give it a little bit more room. I think we'll turn this up a little bit. Okay, so I think that's good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this so that we have, whoops, wrong button there. So we have the same downlifter here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a riser So let's see if we could find some sort of nice riser here. Nope. We're gonna probably have to go to Kashmir Volume 2. Sounds of Kashmir. Effects elements. Sweep transitions. No, I want like a straight up riser. Airlocks, dubstep fills, glitch, impacts, reverb, reverse synth stabs. Sweep transitions? Probably not. Da, 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 da. Oh, is it not playing it back? Here, show and finder. Okay, so oddly enough, this is actually what I'm looking for. And I'll show you why. So I kind of wanted that resonance, that like rising resonance sound. So that's what I was primarily looking for there. We'll move that up here so it lines up. It's close enough. Then we're going to cut this so that it stops right there. Right there. And obviously we need to take this and turn the gain like all the way down. -30. Okay. And then what we'll do is on this one, we are going to add a filter here. Kind of get rid of some of that low end. This is like that low end, it's kind of like nice to hear it in an electro sweep, but since we're doing a deep house track, we want our low end to stay as clean as possible. Also, if my volume levels are ever off, just let me know in terms of my voice and the stream, the audio for the stream. Just let me know. Okay, so that's way too quiet. Fortunately, that means we could turn it up a bit. 20. So that goes. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of that sort of sheen sound right there. So it's that last bar. So I'm just gonna cut that out, move it forward. Now, okay, I'm curious. Yeah, no, that won't sound good. We're just gonna leave that out. Yeah, so you could see like, or at least rather you could hear that transition sounds very awkward because we have this. So this one, first of all, it's louder. Second of all, this one does not have much bass, but this one does. So that's why I put that cut there, because then it does this. Which is a little bit better. But what I think we need to do is we need to bump this up to 12 dB per octave. So it's a bit more aggressive of a cut, and then we'll just bring it down a bit. And then we'll take the presence of this. Actually, it's not so much a presence. Yeah, kind of. We'll just like cut around here. Kind of clear it up a bit. See how that sounds. Something about that sweep kind of sounds off. Might need to swap it out. Swap it out. What do you guys think? Does that sound off? Should we swap out this transition? Or is it okay? Because something, I don't know. I can't tell. Does it sound good or does it not? I'm going to play from the transition over here. I think there's something in the high end that's bugging me. I think I gotta actually pick it out. I think it's that. Let's try that. Sounds closer, but not quite. Okay, then we'll just turn up the volume because this is like some drastic cuts we're doing, and at this point we're just stylistically changing the sound of the sweep. We're not like EQing it actually. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah. Whoops. There we go. Zoom out a bit. And then I think we'll copy... Wait, we have a crash somewhere. Where's our crash? Right here. I think we'll put this right here. See how that sounds. I'm going to turn on the gain on this one. So it's going to be -24 instead of -18. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a different sample because that sample's still not sitting with me. I had a folder open and it's apparently no longer there. Show in Finder. Let's actually just go to the sweep ups. Medium sweeps, I think. of like the first one. Yeah, we'll try this one. See how it sounds. You, go in there. Okay. Mute you. Give you a shot. I like that one a lot better. I think we're just going to need to do a few quick things to it. So, first of all, I'm going to turn on the gain, obviously, so we could work at a decent level. Negative 12 should be sufficient. I'm just going to do a small cut around here. Small in the sense where it's like a simple, very bulk round cut. I think that's exactly where it needs to be right here. That's great. I really like that now. I think that's setting good. You're making a pancake? Okay, well, as long as it's not a song you're working on, because if the mix is flat as a pancake, if you know what I mean, yeah, not a very good joke. Your mix is flat as a pancake. Okay, let's see. So we have some other stuff to do. Let's take a listen from here, from back here, and then just kind of like listen to the cohesiveness of the track, see if anything sticks out that we need to fix, and then if we don't see any big issues, then I think what we'll do is maybe go on to the percussion in bar 35. That could be fun. Excuse me. So, yeah. Okay, so I messed up. I accidentally moved the crash instead of copying it earlier, so yeah, rebalance this in. Ow, what happened? Why is that so terribly loud? Oh, I accidentally... Okay, let's see if we could do this. I think it was 18 or something. Negative 180, yeah, that's what we want. Negative 18, try that. I think it was a little louder. Try 12. Nope, it was probably 16 or 17 or wait. 12. Try 15. Still too loud. That's good. Also, we have this white noise, which is kind of starting to bug me. We added it for another reason. I don't know, try this. So the reason we added this white noise in here was to kind of fill out the track. but I'm not liking how obvious it is in like the high end, for example. I'd much rather be more prominent in kind of like the mids and lows. Like, okay, that's probably like hardly audible at all. Audible. Where's the... Yeah, so it's just like very subtle there. Turn it up a tiny bit, maybe. There we go. That adds some white noise to it, but it's a lot more subtle than before, where it was just kind of like this background hiss. Now it's just kind of... let me mute myself. You might be able to hear that. That's the white noise that we're kind of adding. Okay, so one other thing I want to hop into and try to tweak is that I want to kind of isolate it in the sense to where we don't have that riser when that sound hits, because that'll be pretty cool if we clear out that space. So we actually have the riser cut here. We'll take a listen to that, see how that goes. That could be neat. That's what we needed. That's good. That really cleans up that transition. That's sweet. I love that. Okay. So we have that. Now, we could start to work with the percussion. I don't know how this is going to turn out, though. Because whenever I hop into things like percussion, it's just like, oh, I could do good or I could do terribly. It all just depends on if I have enough inspiration by dropping a few things down. Okay. Okay, so, I'm trying to think here. What would be the best approach? I think I could just go through, I have some like, I'm not sure which sounds to use though. I know in this pack, is it here? I guess we'll just like start trying to make a loop. If I go in a whole bunch of these. Okay, so I think that's all we have there. And then there's one other one that might have some stuff. Tribal drums here. I don't know. Play. One of those. One of these. Try that. That would be interesting. And one of these. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. But we'll give it our best shot. So, gain, negative, what, 16? And then we'll see what happens over here. Wait, I had this other loop. Do we want to try that over here? Because it's a lot more active than the other one that we had. So. And then now, if any time, now is the time to try it, I think. So. Oh, you have to leave in like an hour. Tell you what. Today's kind of a slow day. So, how about in about a half hour, we see if we could split the stream, and then we could do your track. So we'll move all this, move all this, move you over here. That was obviously not the right spot to put this. Why is it doing that? Oh, because there's this one like crash here. No? Supposed to be there? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I kind of like that. We'll add some of these percussive elements in sporadically. Whew, man. If there's a way to decrease the sensitivity of the pressing the middle mouse wheel button, that'd be great. But I don't think there is. Okay, so what are our sounds that we have right now? What even? Oh, that's like, first of all, that's on the wrong track. There we go. Whew, too many tracks, too little time. My mouse sensitivity is way too high right now. I need to fix that. Wait, there's a button for this. Huh? There we go. Now my mouse sensitivity is a little lower. Grab you, move you over here. Just grab all of you, move you all over here. And we will... come on. Trying to use buttons I'm not used to. Doesn't work out too well. Listen to our various sounds. See if we can find some. I think this one needs to be here. This one can try to be there. What's this one? Put this one here and right after it here. And then we'll put you here. No, you here. Probably don't want you, actually. Okay, we'll see how this sounds. It probably sounds terrible. It doesn't sound that bad, actually. That sounds interesting. I think I need to EQ out some low end on this top one here. Yeah, too much low end. Right around here. Kind of like that. Okay, you know what I'm going to try? I'm going to try getting rid of all these and going back to this. Because I think it might sound better with that more chill hat loop in there. I'm not sure, though. I don't know. I kind of like it. Yeah, okay, so we'll keep this because I think this sounds a little bit more suited for the activity. I'm probably going to have to pitch the drums around a bit. Yeah. So what we'll do is now we'll take a listen here and see if it transitions well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this one here. I think is where it needs to be. I might try to add you instead. Whoops. Okay, I got an idea. And then I'll put you over, where did I have you after the first thing at the end-ish? Like around there? Something like that? Okay, so I think that's a little better here. Now, what I want to do as well is I want to get all these guys, stick them in a stack, create track stack, summing stack, and then we'll be able to, I want to do a few things to this. First of all, I'm going to get rid of that EQ and put it on all of them. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a reverb to them. It's going to be a very short reverb. Small spaces. Something like this. I'm going to turn down that reverb so it's not like right up in your face. And then I'm going to do, I think, a few other things after that. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to add a booster on here. Which is not usually where you boost reverb. But what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to take, you know, the low end that I EQ'd out. It's very like hard hitting low end. But what I want to do is I want to add this kind of a little bit more, I don't know, soft low end, I guess. And then I think the last thing I'll do is I will drop, I need some sort of, something that'll warm it up a little. I could run, what do I have here? Ooh, I'm going to try SSGA 1566. Stick it to 4 times there. That just kind of warms it up a bit. And then I think I'm going to take this like harshness that we have around here, I think. I'm going to turn that down a bit. Sweet. Okay, I think that's sounding good. And then we'll once again take another listen, make sure that it's cohesive in the way that it plays. Okay, so I needed the reverb up a little bit higher, so it's kind of, they don't sound as kind of slappy and hitty. They sound a little bit more like a loop. Okay. And, okay. So we've been going for about an hour. I don't know. Let's see. What else do we have to do here? Maybe add a synth. Okay. So I don't think we have room for a synth. Now that we've added the percussions, it kind of seems like that. Okay. So we're going to take a listen from the beginning. Just kind of like, just because I kind of feel I need to. And then I'm not sure. We might just end up taking a break. Because Farmer Chicken has a track he wants to critique me to critique before he has to take off. And then additionally, like as I'm kind of sitting here, I'm feeling like my game is not 100%. I don't know if that's like showing or anything, but that's kind of how I feel. So I'm just like, I don't want to drag this on if I'm kind of looking slow and like I'm not really doing all that well. So we'll see. We'll play us back and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do here. I'll mute myself. I think we have too many hi-hats. I'm gonna turn down these. It might like give it a little bit more room, but we kind of keep the pattern in. So I think these ones are kind of the issue. Maybe that's it. Sounds a little better. know. I think that's good. I think we might just have to like stick with that for now. Cause I am starving. Okay, so what notes do we have? Star Sparmy synth. Okay, we'll try this. Grab all that. Improve. Bar. Hats. Perk. Bar 35. Okay, probably not this at this point. We could just like safely remove that. There's no room for that. Maybe one other synth, but not an ARP. Definitely not an ARP. More reverb to the vocals and compress. Probably don't need to worry about that. So remove that. Lethal, yay. That was the thing. Improve vocal chops. It's something else that everyone wanted me to do. I'm not quite sure what I'd do with them, though. So, I don't know. I think the next thing that we could potentially do is go on and start, like, working on the transition to the next section. But, I'm starving. I need to go get food. I am sorry, guys. I am, like, way too hungry right now. I can't think straight at all. I'm just like, So, yeah, between the fact that I'm tired and hungry, it's just not a good combination. So, tell you what. We'll break here for now. We'll come back. Everybody, if you want to track critique, prep that up. Get ready to go so we can have that going. And then I'll come back with the stream. And we could hop in, do some track critiques. And then I just will call it quits. Because like right now, as I said, I'm kind of tired. So my game's not up to 100%. And I don't want to push this. But I can do track critiques. I just can't like focus on production as well as I usually can. So I'm sorry that this is about half as long as the normal stream. But then again, this is kind of like the point to where we start to getting like talking about things instead of actually working on the stuff anyway. But yeah, so sorry, it is shorter. I'm just like, you know, it's a full-blown excuse and it is like a legitimate excuse. I'm just sorry. I can't concentrate right now. I'm a little too I don't know. I kind of feel like lightheaded / groggy at the same time, which is kind of like opposites, but that's kind of how I feel. So yeah, that's all we're going to do for today. I apologize. We'll continue this next week, and next week I should have a lot of time to stream. That's the hope. If not, the week after I should have a lot of time to stream because, hopefully I'll be finishing my last project for the class that I'm in on, like this Thursday. Hopefully, but I doubt that'll happen. I'm going to try. But then the week after is technically due Tuesday. So worst case scenario, it's done Tuesday. And then I have the exam on Thursday. So that means like Wednesday, I have pretty much completely free. So, so I could do a stream then for sure. And then the week after that is my break week between this class and when the semester starts. So that week I'll have plenty of time to do stuff. That's probably when I'll catch up on the review videos that I need to do. But anyway, thank you guys so much for showing up. I'll see you guys in a bit when we hop back in and do the track critiques. So that's it. See ya later when I, you know, actually wake up and am a bit more in my right mind.